There's a ranch in Malibu that hides something Hollywood doesn't expect. A life so calm it almost feels like a secret. It belongs to James Brolin, the veteran actor who has spent decades in front of the camera, yet chooses to live where fame can't find him. Past the weathered gates is his coastal ranch home, shared quietly with Barbra Streisand. No red carpets, no flashbulbs, just ocean wind, open fields, and two legends choosing peace over attention. Today, we're stepping into that hidden world. To understand how he ended up here, I invite you to explore the demanding career that shaped a legend. James Brolin was born on July 18, 1940 in Los Angeles, growing up in a house where things were simple and steady. He was the kind of boy who could spend hours bent over a model airplane or behind his small 8mm camera, learning quietly how stories move. A friendship with classmate Ryan O'Neal nudged him toward acting, a small push, but one that opened a door he didn't yet know he needed. After high school, he studied drama at Santa Monica City College and UCLA, easing his way into the craft. In 1960, he signed with 20th Century Fox and began appearing in small television roles. Nothing was rushed. The work came in slow steps. Then Universal cast him in Marcus Welby, MD, as Dr. Stephen Kiley, and everything shifted. The Emmy win, the Golden Globes, they marked the moment he stopped being the new kid and became someone audiences trusted. Through the 1970s, Brolin settled into a calm confidence on screen. Skyjacked, Westworld, Capricorn 1, The Amityville Horror. Each role widened his range without changing who he was. In the 80s, he carried Aaron Spelling's series Hotel, bringing a steady presence to primetime television. Even when the 90s brought shows that didn't last, he kept working, directing and producing on Pensacola, Wings of Gold, quietly steering his career forward. A softer, more mature chapter arrived in the 2000s with projects like Traffic, Catch Me If You Can, Last Chance Harvey, and Burlesque. His portrayal of Ronald Reagan in The Reagans showed a different kind of depth, measured, thoughtful, and precise. James Brolin's long career grew from patience and steady work, not spectacle. When the rush of sets and scripts faded, his attention settled on the Malibu Ranch, a quiet stretch of land that matched the slower rhythm he'd earned. Vast Ranch in Malibu. Set along a quiet stretch of the Mulholland Corridor, James Brolin's Calabasas Ranch rests on nearly 2 acres of open land, a place where the Santa Monica Mountains fan out in long, calm lines. The property, valued at roughly $4 million, isn't imposing from the road. It simply settles into the hillside as if the land chose it. With glass walls, pale stone floors, and a single-story footprint of about 2,500 square feet, the home carries the gentle ease of a retreat shaped over time rather than built for display. The gated driveway curves softly upward, moving past old olive trees and patches of warm sunlight that shift through the branches. From a distance, the house appears low and horizontal, a quiet structure wrapped in limestone and framed by clean roof lines. The lawns roll gently around it, and the mountains sit steady in every direction, making the property feel larger than its acreage suggests. Inside, the rhythm slows even more. Turkish limestone cools the floors, while tall ceilings stretch the rooms open, letting the light settle naturally across each surface. The main living space, part living room, part recreation room, unfolds in warm layers, custom built-in cabinetry, wide glass panels, and a soft hush that makes the mountains feel like part of the interior. The family room sits just beyond, anchored by a simple stone fireplace that tends to pull everyone into its orbit in the late afternoon. The kitchen and dining areas follow the same easy openness. Sub-zero refrigeration, a Wolf range, and Miele appliances line the custom cabinetry, with granite countertops catching the morning light. 2 broad openings lead directly toward the yard, so the house almost nudges daily life outdoors. Early breakfasts inside, Longer meals under the open sky, quiet moments with coffee while the mountains breathe in and out. It's a space built for movement, conversation, and those small rituals that make a house feel lived in. The bedrooms shift the tone again, softening the edges. The master suite opens to mountain views, wrapped in quiet colors and built-in closets that keep the room uncluttered. The spa bath glows in natural light, its stone surfaces and soaking tub inviting the slowest part of the day. A second bedroom follows the same gentle rhythm, while the separate executive suite, with high ceilings, a wet bar, a spacious spa bath, and its own private entrance to the front yard, feels like a guest house disguised as a wing, private enough for long stays, flexible enough for work or quiet retreat. Outdoors, the ranch reveals its full character. A detached two-car garage doubles as a workshop and storage space, while a private movie theater trailer tucks itself under the shade of the trees. Further down the hillside, the equestrian facilities unfold like a small world of their own. A professionally graded horse track, 2 stall stables, and a generous riding room built for dust, boots, and slow afternoons. A small waterfall marks the trail that leads into the Santa Monica Mountains, where morning rides start in cool air and end in open silence. The ranch gives the Brolins a calm place to land, but it isn't their only home. They also keep a villa by the Malibu shoreline, where the days feel lighter and the ocean sets the pace. So now, let's head there together, to see how their life unfolds beside the Pacific. Mansion in Malibu. Set high above the coastline between Paradise Cove and Escondido Beach, James Brolin's Malibu lakeside mansion stretches quietly across more than 3 acres of cliffside land. He bought the estate in 2009 for about $16.5 million, and today the property is valued at over $20 million, thanks to its rare acreage, its thoughtful mid-century renovation, and its unbeatable views of both the ocean and Catalina Island shimmering in the distance. Approaching the house, the private gated driveway climbs slowly toward a low horizontal mid-century structure softened by white pergolas and wide lawns. The estate feels expansive but not intimidating, shaped by old trees, rolling green terraces, and the sound of waves folding beneath the cliffs. Across the upper hillside, the equestrian facilities sit tucked into the landscape, reminding you that this is not just a home, it's a retreat built for movement, space, and quiet. Inside, the living spaces open in a warm, steady rhythm. Wood ceilings stretch across the main rooms, balancing the polished concrete floors, while a large central fireplace anchors the living room, the reading nook, and the family lounge around it. New furnishings by Barry Fox bring color and texture. Deep blue sofas, woven chairs, soft, neutral rugs. A piano catches the afternoon light, often the spot where Barbra Streisand hums a tune while Brolin relaxes nearby, the room settling into the comfortable silence of 2 people who have lived a long life together. Floor-to-ceiling glass runs along the entire stretch, turning the ocean into a moving backdrop. The kitchen and dining areas continue the same gentle openness. Stone countertops, white cabinetry, and a generous island keep the space bright and uncluttered, while 2 full walls of sliding glass open directly to the patio and pool terrace. Morning light moves easily across the surfaces, and the house almost nudges everything outdoors. Breakfasts inside, long lunches under the pergola, quiet dinners with the ocean wind drifting across the table. On the patio, the pergola-covered dining area faces the pool and the horizon, making it the couple's favorite place for relaxed meals with family. The bedrooms shift into an even softer tone. The Ocean View Master Suite is wrapped in glass on 2 sides, with sliding doors leading straight to the patio and gardens. Inside, everything is calm. Linen textures, pale woods, gentle lighting. The master bathroom glows in natural light, with stone surfaces, a deep soaking tub, and an ocean-facing shower that catches the last warm light of the day. 2 additional bedrooms follow the same quiet rhythm, one bright and art-filled, another wrapped in natural wood with vintage sports art and views of the lawn. A separate guest house sits closer to the water, complete with its own kitchen, living and dining space, a full bedroom, and wide sliding doors opening to a private stretch of lawn. It's the part of the estate designed for long stays, where family and close friends move at their own pace, stepping in and out of the main house as if the entire property were one connected, open world. Outdoors is where the estate truly unfurls. The pool stretches in a clean line toward the sea, lined with white loungers and umbrellas, a circular jacuzzi resting beside it. Tiered planters curve softly around the edges, and multiple terraces open up views for alfresco dining, evening barbecues, or quiet hours under the stars. On slow afternoons, they sit under the pergola with a drink, watching the light move across the Pacific, a simple habit that makes the whole place feel closer to them. Inside, everything slows. The ocean breeze, the shadows, even his thoughts. But beyond the quiet gates, life takes on a different rhythm. That shift is written most clearly in his cars, each one chosen for comfort, purpose, and the kind of movement that suits him now. Car collection. The first vehicle that truly reflects James Brolin's daily routine is the Ford F-150 SVT Raptor, the black truck he's seen leaning against in the photo. At around $65,000 depending on the model, it's a big, high-riding machine, designed for dirt roads, rural terrain, and long stretches of highway. But James drives it so often it feels like it's worn out. Its 6.2-liter V8 engine produces a deep, confident rumble, and the raised suspension makes it easy to navigate rough terrain. At his country home, the truck is perfectly suited. Rocky roads, rows of ancient trees, long, winding driveways. He drives slowly, windows open, letting in cool air. Performance is never an issue for him, but comfort, reliability, and quiet power that fits his current pace of life. The second car tells a different story, sleeker, brighter, and soaked in California light. His Porsche 911 Targa, which can reach $160,000 depending on the configuration, is the one he gravitates toward whenever he's back in Los Angeles for work, meetings, or the occasional event. With its retractable roof, red brake calipers, and low-slung silhouette, the Targa brings a youthful, almost playful contrast to the Raptor's rugged presence. And for James, the 911 isn't just a sports car. It's a shared escape. He and his wife slip into it for quick drives, errands that turn into small adventures, and those easy city moments that remind them why California still feels like home. The third car bridges both sides of his life. The Mercedes-Benz GLE 450 SUV, a $80,000 luxury cruiser built for comfort without fuss. James uses it on days when he wants something easy, something smooth, something that doesn't demand anything from him. The inline-six engine gives it a calm, steady push, and the cabin, quiet, wide, softly lit, feels designed for long, thoughtful drives along the Malibu coast. It's the car he takes when Barbara joins him for grocery runs, when friends come over for dinner, or when the day calls for movement without hurry. In many ways, the GLE 450 is the middle ground, not as rugged as the Raptor, not as spirited as the Targa, but perfectly aligned with the slower, grounded rhythm he leans into now. These three vehicles show the dual path James Brolin moves between, the open stillness of his rural home and the bright pulse of Los Angeles. To see how he balances both worlds, we now turn to the numbers, decisions, and milestones that built his financial landscape. Income and net worth. James Brolin sits on a solid $50 million net worth. A figure built not through spectacle, but through the kind of long-haul consistency that only 6 decades in Hollywood can create. His financial story isn't about sudden spikes or headline-grabbing deals. It's about rhythm, discipline, and knowing how to stay valuable in an industry that moves fast and forgets faster. Television has always been the engine behind his wealth. His breakout on Marcus Welby, MD, marked the first major shift. At $15,000 per episode, the series delivered $1,950,000 and set the foundation for everything that came after. The momentum carried into the 1980s when Hotel pushed him into a higher bracket. With a lead actor contract of $60,000 per episode, the show brought in $3 million across its run. The kind of stable, predictable income that keeps a career not just alive, but comfortable. Decades later, Life in Pieces added a modern chapter. $100,000 per episode. Another $2 million that reminded the industry he still had the timing and charm for network hits. Film added the second major pillar of his earnings. Across projects like Westworld, The Amityville Horror, Traffic, and dozens more, Brolin earned a combined $10 million. These weren't blockbuster paydays. They were the steady, reliable salaries of a working actor who always knew how to anchor a story. The real advantage came later, as many of these films moved into cable and streaming, sending residual checks back to him year after year. Behind the scenes, Brolin kept building. Directing and producing became both creative outlets and additional revenue streams. With fees that ultimately totaled $3 million, these projects expanded his influence beyond acting and made sure he always had a seat in the creative process, even when he wasn't on camera. Then there's real estate, arguably the quiet powerhouse of his financial life. Over several decades, Brolin bought, renovated, and sold homes in Malibu and Los Angeles at just the right moments, collecting $7 million in profit. His current properties, valued at $6 million, continue to anchor his net worth with the kind of long-term stability only land can offer in California. Endorsements and brand partnerships added another $1 million, a supporting income thread that filled the spaces between major projects. And at the base of everything sits one of Hollywood's most reliable lifelines: residuals. With multiple decades of TV and film still airing across networks and streaming platforms, Brolin earns around $800,000 a year, a quiet but powerful flow that keeps his financial picture steady. This is the financial portrait of a man who built his life piece by piece, never chasing the spotlight, only the work. And in the quieter spaces of that life, his generosity takes shape. A side of James Brolin that unfolds in the chapter ahead. His wealth didn't arrive overnight. It grew the way his career did, steadily, honestly, and with real intention. And from here, the story shifts to something deeper than earnings, the ways James Brolin has used his success to give back. Philanthropy. The clearest window into James Brolin's generosity lies in the quiet trail of support he leaves behind. Not loud gestures, but steady commitments that move straight to the people who need them most. One of his most meaningful contributions came in December 2024, when the Brolin Family Foundation directed $110,000 to Children's Hospital Los Angeles. The grant helped fuel pediatric research and covered treatment for families who were struggling. The kind of help that doesn't make headlines, but changes someone's week, someone's month, someone's life. That same season, the foundation turned its attention to young artists. The Paso Robles Youth Arts Center received $50,000, a gift that kept its free after-school programs open, stocked its small studios with new equipment, and made room for more kids who didn't always have access to creative spaces. In a way, it echoed Brolin's own teenage years with an 8mm camera, a reminder that sometimes one open door is all a young mind needs. A third grant went to Angels at Risk, a Los Angeles nonprofit working quietly with teens and families facing addiction. The foundation contributed $100,000, strengthening counseling sessions, school outreach, and early intervention programs. It was directed at the kind of community work that rarely appears on red carpets, yet shapes the rhythm of real lives across the city. Beyond these structured grants, Brolin and Barbra Streisand also stepped in during Hurricane Helene, directing personal donations to World Central Kitchen, the Community Housing Coalition, Plan C, and MAP. The amounts were kept private, true to how they've always given, quietly, without fanfare, focusing on impact rather than attention. His giving shows the part of him that never needed applause, only purpose. And that quiet purpose follows him into the rest of his life, into the spaces where he chooses peace, routine, and the people closest to him. Personal life. Life for James Brolin now unfolds between two places that feel equally like home. Some weeks, he and Barbara settle into their Malibu mansion, where the ocean light drifts through the windows and mornings begin with quiet coffee at the kitchen table. Other days, they retreat to the ranch, a slower world of open fields, long walks, and the kind of silence you only find far from the coast. Moving back and forth has become their rhythm, a gentle loop that keeps life balanced and pleasantly unpredictable. There are moments, though, when the past brushes up against the quiet. Old regrets, years he spent away on sets, the strain that once pulled his family in different directions. Sometimes in the middle of those long drives between the ranch and Malibu, he sits a little straighter, as if acknowledging the weight of everything he had to lose before he learned how to live this simply. Family fills both homes with the same warmth. His children, Josh, Jess, and Molly, drop in with stories, laughter, and grandkids who run toward him without hesitation. Pool days turn into easy afternoons. Someone is always telling a joke. Someone is always trying to make him laugh harder than he wants to admit. The ranch brings its own kind of joy. Kids chasing each other across the yard, dogs weaving through the grass, everyone gathering around a long table as the sun goes down. With Barbara, the days carry a soft steadiness. They walk together, talk easily, and hold on to the small rituals that make a shared life feel rich. James has grown comfortable in the role of stepfather to Jason Gould, treating him with the same warmth he shows the rest of the family. And even now, he keeps a little spark of adventure, hopping on his motorcycle when the weather is right, cruising down a quiet road like a man who still enjoys the taste of freedom. Between the ocean light and the open fields, James has found a rhythm that holds him steady, a life stitched together by second chances and the people who matter most. If you'd like more stories like this, remember to like, subscribe, and share the next celebrity you want to see.